How's everybody doing? My name is Chandler Quintin, and this is the trade of the day. This trade is actually a 2-day trade that we saw from May 7th up until Friday, May 9th. And this was with NetFlix, and it was a good chance to make two really quick long trades. One that you could have played out in the first half of the day on the 7th, or waited overnight until the 8th, and then played again on the 9th. I have a chart here for NetFlix. It's a 15-minute chart, and your entry point, you're looking for an oversold RSI below the 20 range. And when we opened up on the 7th, after the huge down day on the 6th, we had our chance to get in right here with a little jump up and then a little bit movement lower. But if you stuck to the plan and got in when RSI was around below 20, you would have had a nice entry here at an RSI of 10, and you could have sold right here or held overnight, sold up here after the beginning of the day on Thursday, and then I would have taken a risk and gotten back in on Friday morning, and it would have wound up pretty well. Let me bring up the 15-minute chart and the options. Let's say you went with the 320 call because your low was here at 316, 315, so a 5-point jump is certainly reasonable. And then the next day, our low is 317, so maybe you go a little closer to at the money and stick with the 320. So if you were to play the 320 call that was expiring the next Friday, which would be May 17th on last week. Today is Sunday, by the way. You would have gotten in here around 950. And you could have made it out here up at 1280 on this first day. But let's say you held overnight because you're waiting for the 15-minute RSI to go from the oversold territory to an overbought territory, which you get kind of close to the next day as we opened up. So that would be your time to put on your trailing stop. So possibly in at 950, maybe you got in at 840 if you waited a little bit for like a little drop lower. It didn't seem very likely with RSI being at 10. And you would have got out here at around 1550, 1595. So the first day overnight, you would have made $5,950 on a $10,000 investment. If you were to take that total amount again and reinvest it down here the next day on open when RSI was again very low, it was at 30. And Friday, a lot of people are expecting a push up from the day before momentum. You would have gotten in at 775 and out at something like 1330 or 1325 at the end of the day. You would have taken your $10,000 on Wednesday, and it would have been 26,600 by Friday. So in here, out the next day, right up here. And then you're going to take another chance because RSI kind of hit that 30 and wanted to do a little bounce out at the end of the day. So you would have had a $16,000 gain over between Wednesday and Friday, which is fantastic for a week. The reason why we're making these trades is RSI is very, very oversold here, and we're looking for overbought territory to get short. Now, I would say that in the next week or so, if we see an RSI creep above 80, we might want to get short and hold for a couple days. If you went short over here around 345, you would have been rewarded nicely a few days later down here at 315. And let's take a look at the hourly so we can set up for the week. I'll put a 20-day chart on here. We had this nice oversold territory right here. Down at 299, and then we pushed back up to 345. We kind of had that move right here. So we might get short when the hourly RSI gets above the 70 range. We're going to be looking to get short sometime between 75 and 85 if it even goes that high. Last time that happened, we breached 84 on April 22nd, and the high of that day was 380. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, we were down at 300. So if you were to buy that oversold, let's say you bought May 23rd's just because it was kind of further out from May 22nd. It's about a month out, and it was at it was at 380. let's say you went for the 370 put. I'll put that on the hourly, and I'll make that 20 days. This was the 22nd. They were going for $15.50, and you'd be out on the 5th of May at 51.44. So that would have been a fantastic play right there. With $10,000, you would have gotten with $10,000 at $15.50, you would have gotten 6 contracts, and 6 contracts times $51 is $30,000. So you made $20,000 on your trade. So let's keep our eyes out for hourly oversold for a short. And next time we head below this 25 range, we'll look to get long again. That's Netflix. This is the trade of the day. Thank you.